to 911.
911, there's emergency. There's a dead body in one of the units. Okay, tell me exactly what happened. I got a phone call from our answering service that the water had shut down. Everything looked fine except for that room. The master bedroom was closed. But I went back in it, and the door was blocked going into the bathroom. So I just went and grabbed someone to go in with me because I just had an uncomfortable feeling about it. Mm-hmm. And so we just walked in, and he beat his head, and then there was a dead body in there.
The 911 call that we received at the Lee County Sheriff's Office starts and begins our investigation.
We initially received a 911 call from the manager who stated that she found a deceased person in one of the rooms there. And so it came in initially as just a normal death investigation. And then obviously as things transpired and more investigation took place, we realized it was a homicide.
When police arrive on scene and begin to investigate the condo, their first step is to secure the body, leaving a more thorough inspection of the scene itself until they know what they may be dealing with.
So what we have is a death investigation unfolding. Now, we get calls like that quite frequently. Upon this one, when we arrive, our detectives begin to work the scene. It's a death investigation, which quickly turns to a homicide.
We found the victim located on the floor in the bathroom of the master bedroom. And the door was actually shut. There was a towel placed at the base of the door. We're assuming to either hide the smell, hide the sound, whatever it might have been. And then also there was a towel that was actually draped over the victim as well.
The investigators discover that Pamela Hutchinson has been shot and left covered up by a towel in the bathroom.
So our detectives begin immediately working the scene, and they find our victim with apparent gunshot wound to the torso.
Cause of death was ruled homicide with a gunshot wound, and so what we found in the bathroom itself was specifically a pillow that had been used to muffle the sound. There was a gunshot defect in the pillow, and there was soot around it, which is indicative of close contact when a firearm was shot. And along with that, obviously, it appeared as if the victim had been there for a while, based upon the decomposition of the body.
Inside of Pamela's bathroom, fragments of a bullet are found in the ceiling, potentially matching Pamela's fatal wound.
Further investigation revealed, and we were able to recover a projectile that we later submitted for forensics testing. The room itself, pretty well kept, but it appeared, based upon my initial investigation, that it looked as if there was two people that were actually staying in the room, the master bedroom and then also a second bedroom as well. It looked like someone had been staying or at least stayed the night there.
Pamela's toothbrush is found in the bathroom sink. Police theorize that she's ambushed while brushing her teeth.
We did not notice any signs of a struggle. We didn't notice any sort of defensive marks on the victim. We did notice as we were going through the rooms and the condominium there that it appeared the victim's personal belongings, like her wallet, her personal identification, driver's license, and keys had all been removed from the condo.
This incident really rocked our county. I mean, people were worried. I was getting calls from the general public and the community saying, listen, should we be worried?
There's a killer on the loose, and authorities are going to have to act fast to stop them from striking again.
We knew we had our work cut out for us, and the safety of the public is, our utmost priority. And so that put a lot of pressure on us.
There's a lot of things unfolding, and we're entrenched, working immediately, as we always do, leaving no stone unturned, on a fact mission to find out if we have a killer on the loose.
We saw our victim and then also our suspect together. It looks like they were close friends.
It's an eye-opening thing for most people. When you see the video, it's disturbing. There's a wolf in sheep's clothing standing right next to her.
There's an easier way to bank and get up to $500 in 5 minutes or less when you download Dave.
I'm a dog, Since my owners got me a spot pet insurance plan, they're getting cash back on covered vet bills. Good boys like us rack up some bad vet bills, but spot plans help my owners focus on our care, not the cost. Choose Spot, customizable pet plans you both will love.
Thanks for my truck, guys. What's up, y'all? It's Luke Bryan here, and we're celebrating the 15th annual farm tour by giving one lucky winner this 2024 Chevy Silverado 2500. Did I win it? Get entered to win this truck plus tickets to the shows in the One Country app or at onecountry.com.
Accidents happen everywhere and every day. Sweep it up the easy way with the Helio Air Broom, the lightweight, flexible broom that's sweeping the nation. In one pass, it gets it all. Watch. Ordinary brooms only get half the mess, but Air Broom's Ultra Flex blade is specially designed to lift and grip and leave nothing behind. And for anything that hits the floor, it's a one-stop shop with the Helio dustpan. For pets, it's the best. It easily removes pet hair on all floors. The Helio Air Broom gets the big stuff, yet precise enough for the finest dust. Use it wet or dry. Clean spilled milk and cereal, and an impossible to clean broken egg. Plus, it rinses clean every time. For hard surfaces like tile, it's the best. If you've got expensive hardwood floors, the Helio Air Broom is guaranteed to sweep without scratching. Plus, it gets into corners quick and easy. Use it in the bathroom. It'll sweep up hair, nail clippings, and floss. And with its telescopic handle, it becomes a squeegee, too. Air Broom's sleek and slim, so you can store it anywhere. Watch. Helio's specially designed lift and grip Ultra Flex blade effortlessly removes dust and hair on carpet, keeping your home mess-free. You'll love Helio or your money back guaranteed. So get your ultra lightweight Helio Air Broom at helioairbroom.com for just $29.99 or call 1-800-970-6899 now. Order today and we'll include our Helio dustpan absolutely free. We'll also throw in the Helio Mini, yours free too. Use the Helio Mini on your couch or furniture to clean fur quick and easy. And for the car, watch as Helio Mini cleans fur trapped in your car's carpet better than a vacuum. That's right, you can get the Helio Air Broom plus the Helio dustpan and the Helio Mini. A $60 value for only $29.99. So order now.
Every home tells a story. These aren't just any Centene products. These are Hotel Collections cold air diffusers. From the living room to the bedroom, this is the touch that truly sets it apart. Now available for you at hotelcollection.com.
The only thing I don't like about payday is waiting for it. Chime lets you get up to $500 of your pay whenever you need it. There's no interest, no credit checks, no mandatory fees. I'm not waiting for payday anymore, and you shouldn't either. Join me at chime.com and get paid when you say.
This is Kathy. She's about to see her dentist. She's afraid. Not because of the drill, but because of the bill. A big bill. But Kathy doesn't need to be afraid, and neither do you. Thanks to affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company. It's easy to get this coverage. Don't believe me? Call or go online for all the details. You can even have this free information kit. This isn't a discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance. It helps pay for over 400 procedures. That's a lot. I'm talking cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures. Bottom line, you'll have help paying for routine care and expensive major work. But if you want deductibles, forget it. There aren't any. No annual maximum either. Plus, you can see any dentist you want. Stop fearing the big bill. Start saving at the dentist. Call now or go to sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual. Crime happens every day in small towns and big cities across America. We're here to tell you about it. If you're a serious true crime addict and just can't get enough, The Daily Crime has you covered. The Daily Crime, an all-new podcast from Vault Studios. Fort Myers, Florida, is a beautiful vacation destination. Pamela Hutchinson arrives in the city in early April. Pamela calls the front desk and extends her stay because she's having such a nice time in the city. Unfortunately, what begins as a trip to her friend's funeral ends with her needing a funeral of her own when she's found murdered in the condo bathroom with a bullet wound through her torso.
The thermostat was turned down to a low degree, something that normally wouldn't be turned down to. And based upon our investigation, we believed it to be hopefully hiding the smell and or, keeping people away from the incident that happened in the room and hopefully giving the suspect time to get away before something was found.
A dead body decays at a slower rate when kept in colder temperatures. Not only does this keep the body more intact, but smells associated with dead bodies are a result of that same decomposition. A low thermostat isn't enough to prevent a body's decay, but it can slow it down if the room is made cold enough.
And so me being the investigator, I didn't want to just be pigeonholed into thinking one thing. What came to my mind was, okay, was this a robbery gone bad? Was this a domestic violence situation? Was this a love triangle? All those things crossed my mind.
The missing possessions begin to paint a picture for investigators. Could it be that Pamela's murder is actually a robbery gone awry?
Our initial thought was, we didn't want to rule anything out.
Lacking signs of a struggle can often mean that the victim knows their assailant. Further investigation reveals that Pamela is recently divorced, potentially opening up the case to another suspect. As friends and family are interviewed, it becomes apparent that their involvement is highly unlikely.
We quickly learned that anyone related to our victim was not going to be our suspect.
Anyone close to Pamela speaks only in praise of her.
Caring, loving, outgoing, just the nicest person in the world. She would do anything that she could for you. She'd give you, her shirt off her back if you needed it.
The investigators questioned the condominium's manager for any information she may be able to provide about Pamela's stay.
We got with the management there, and we knew that they had video surveillance, and then we also knew that you needed a key card to swipe in and out of the room.
The manager allows them to access the surveillance footage, as well as key card logging information for the building.
And so we began reviewing the video at the marina there, and then also the key card to see when people came and went from the room.
As the investigators go over the surveillance footage, they're able to find Pamela's arrival, followed by various times where she's seen with the same woman, a woman who looks conspicuously like herself.
We were able to find our victim when she arrived a few days earlier to that. And then throughout the time, we noticed that she was with her friends who she was supposed to meet there at Fort Myers Beach. But then we also noticed another blonde-haired female, similar physical description to our victim, coming and going as well.
This same person keeps coming up when Pamela is seen in the footage, giving the case its first concrete suspect.
We see our suspect befriending people, specifically our victim, in a bar. She looks like anyone's relative, very non-threatening. She looks like someone you'd walk up to, you'd talk to, because there's no threat that would be apparent. And it makes it very easy for her to befriend her victim. It's disturbing. We start to review hours of video surveillance so that we can piece this investigation together. We see an elderly woman, blondish gray hair, walking out and taking our victim's vehicle. We realize that she took the identification of our victim. We're starting to work this and piece together hours of surveillance to identify a suspect. Again, killer on the loose. We want to make certain we do everything we can to prevent that person from killing someone else.
Along with all the information that the investigators are able to glean from the surveillance footage, the condominium manager gives them another possible clue. She tells them about how Pamela extended her stay a few days ago, but using a different credit card than the one originally used.
She didn't think anything of it at the time, but once our investigation started taking place, she realized that it was a different credit card number that was used from the first time. And so that obviously gave us pause to think, okay, we're on the right track. I believe it to be our suspect made the phone call. She, in a sense, had assumed the identity of the victim and was using her personal information to extend her stay to give her, I believe, more time to plan her escape.
Well, the initial theory when we arrived at that condo was, obviously, it's a death investigation. Immediately, we realized it's a homicide. Our detectives worked tirelessly around the clock. When they get called out like this, again, this is like an all-hands-on-deck situation. The last thing we want in this beautiful community, where people from all over are vacationing, is a killer on the loose. So we do everything we can immediately. We deploy all resources, and we begin to unravel what we know is an absolute homicide.
Hi, Grandma. I played baseball today.
Oh, that's great.
What position did you play?
First base.
That's where Grandpa used to play. When our hearing wouldn't allow us to use a regular phone, it made us feel isolated.
It became difficult to communicate with our friends and family.
Clear Captions was an easy solution for us.
Clear Captions provides captions on a phone like captioning on your TV, so you can see what the caller is saying live as they say it,
making it easy to understand and respond immediately.
There is no insurance or Medicare required. Clear Captions service is provided at no cost to you through a federally funded program. We deliver, install, and train you on how to use your phone, all at no cost to you.
Give your loved ones the independence and connection they deserve.
Call now to see if you qualify to get a Clear Captions phone at no cost to you. Call 1-800-921-4979. That's 1-800-921-4979.
It's time to get your dream kitchen at Cabinets to Go.
Right now, save on every single cabinet in your design. Up to $175 off per cabinet. Come in today and get your dream kitchen for just $144 a month.
Cabinets to Go. Wow for less.
Hi, it's Christina again. Is your shower trying to tell you something? Is getting in and out of the bathtub becoming a safety concern? Are you worried about the cost of a bathroom remodel that could go on for weeks and weeks? Well, now you can have a gorgeous new bath or shower that's safer at a price you can afford with a one-day jacuzzi bath remodel. And now they're bringing you this special TV offer. We're waiving all installation costs and postponing all payments for up to 1 year. Jacuzzi bath remodel has a design you'll love at a price you can afford.
Literally, they came in the morning, did the demolition, and installed our bathtub in 1 day. I definitely wish we called jacuzzi a lot sooner.
Okay, so tell me, what are the 2 most common reasons people are calling jacuzzi bath remodel right now?
Well, maybe they're just tired of the old, worn-out eyesore of a bath. Often they have dated colors, tiles that might be cracking and fading, or impossible to clean grout. Christina, did you know that the average shower has up to 300 linear feet of grout?
Honestly, I had no idea.
Yeah, that's a whole lot of scrubbing. So that's definitely one of the reasons people call. And you'll love that the new bath or shower just rinses clean and resists mold and mildew. Now, another big reason people call is they've been feeling uneasy stepping over that tub to take a shower. And we're here to help with a safer, more stylish shower that you'll love and is custom designed for you.
Every time I stepped over my old bathtub, I worried I might fall. I don't have those fears anymore. Jacuzzi bath remodel gave me a gorgeous shower that's safe too.
It was done the same day. We did not have to wait. It is amazing.
Time is running out to take advantage of this special offer. When you call right now, we're waiving all installation costs with our Christina Across America offer, and no interest and no payments for up to 1 year. Call now to schedule your free, no-obligation, in-home design consultation. You can create your new bath or shower customized just for you, installed in just 1 day from the most trusted name with Jacuzzi Bath Remodel. Call now.
It's never been easier. Get your free design consultation, schedule your 1-day installation, and start loving your new bath or shower right away.
You can go from this to this, and from this to this, or even from this to all this in just 1 day.
I did not like my bathroom before and was embarrassed by it.
Yes. This is unbelievable. It is stunning. I can't believe it.
Time is running out to take advantage of this special offer. When you call right now, we're waiving all installation costs with our Christina Across America offer and no interest and no payments for up to 1 year. Call now to schedule your free, no obligation in-home design consultation. You can create your new bath or shower customized just for you, installed in just 1 day from the most trusted name with Jacuzzi Bath Remodel. Call now.
I'm a dog. I may not have 9 lives. I sure live like I do. Thankfully, with my Spot Pet insurance plan, my owners get up to 90% cash back on covered vet bills. They also got it for the new guy here. Good boys like us rack up some bad vet bills, but Spot plans help my owners focus on our care, not the cost. It's no wonder Spot is America's most loved pet insurance. Play with them now, new guy. You're gonna miss them. Choose Spot for affordable pet plan options you both will love.
Coming up next on True Crime Network. Pamela Hutchinson has come to the city of Fort Myers for a funeral. Days after she is originally meant to leave, she's found dead in her condo's bathroom, draped in a towel and with a gunshot wound in her torso. An investigation into the condominium surveillance footage reveals that Pamela spent time with a woman of similar physical description to herself. And after this woman is seen taking Pamela's vehicle, she becomes the homicide case's lead suspect. After working through the surveillance footage, the next step is to try to identify the woman that is seen with Pamela. To do this, investigators go over Pamela's financial records from her time in Fort Myers in search of anywhere else the two may have gone together.
We had assistance with our economic crimes unit who did some digging into her financial institutions, and we found that she had actually used her card at the restaurant there, so then that's why we paid them a visit and were able to get the video surveillance from there as well.
Detectives are shocked by what they see on the restaurant's surveillance footage.
We saw our victim and then also our suspect together. It looks as if they have known each other for a long time. Looks like they were close friends, even though, based upon our investigation, we knew that they were not, or they had just met recently.
Our victim has no idea there's a wolf in sheep's clothing standing right next to her, and our suspect is premeditated, and she has the ability to carry out the act of a homicide. It's an eye-opening thing for most people. When you see the video, you say, that's the last thing I ever would have thought our suspect was going to do, had planned to do, nor can she carry it out.
With the evidence at hand, investigators are able to piece together a version of what might have occurred during Pamela's trip. She arrives in town on April 3rd and is approached by their suspect on April 4th. The two become fast friends, but that relationship ends just as fast as it begins.
The night of April 5th, we see them both returning to the Marina Village at Snug Harbor together, going back towards the room.
Within approximately an hour after Pamela being seen on the surveillance footage for the last time, the suspect is seen exiting her condo alone.
We actually, again, on video surveillance, were able to see around 8:30 p.m. on August 5th of 2018, the suspect come back out to the elevator landing area, and it appeared to me as if she were upset, very distraught. She might have even been crying. And at that point, we never saw our victim again on video surveillance. It was only our suspect.
It's believed that Pamela's murder takes place between these sightings.
She came and went over the course of the next, 12 to 18 hours, I would say, coming and going from the room down into the parking lot. She was taking bags out of the room. She was also bringing bags up into the room.
As the investigation looks further into the mysterious suspect, more sightings come up around the Fort Myers area. She is seen assuming the identity of Pamela Hutchinson, both at the bank and at a convenience store's ATM.
She appeared like she knew what she was doing. She seemed nice, but she also, looking back, was trying to conceal her identity, not really making eye contact with the teller, and just kind of keeping her head down, not making too much conversation. But based upon interviews with those at the bank, they didn't really see anything out of the ordinary. They compared the identification. They just maybe assumed that this person may have put on some extra weight, maybe changed her hair color, whatever it may be, but nothing serious.
Pamela's similar appearance to the suspect is a potential motive for the homicide. With the stolen IDs and credit cards, the plan appears to have been identity theft.
We were able to locate the victim's vehicle, but then also we were able to find that the suspect had a vehicle of her own as well. And upon viewing the video surveillance, we could see her entering the victim's vehicle using the victim's keys, which she had taken, and transporting items back and forth from the room to the car.
Surveillance footage reveals the suspect getting into a white Escalade with Minnesota plates and moving it from the condo parking lot before returning later to take Pamela's vehicle.
On April 8th, I received a phone call because I was the on-call for the homicide unit from a sergeant of ours on Fort Myers Beach. And prior to that phone call, a BOLO, which is a be on the lookout for, went out to all of our units, stating that there was a vehicle of interest that was used in a homicide up in Minnesota, and it provided the vehicle information.
That vehicle is a white Cadillac Escalade.
And so when he called me, he said, hey, I actually found that vehicle here on Fort Myers Beach. It was actually only about a mile away from the condominium. And so I said, okay, tow the vehicle to our evidence facility, and I will follow up with the appropriate agency in the morning to see what they want us to do with it. So we, in a sense, had an idea that this female, our suspect now, might be in the area along with her vehicle, which obviously was recovered in the area.
Looking into the Escalade leads to the discovery of their suspect's name, Lois Reese.
My major concern was, is she going to do this again, and when will she do this again? We knew that she had stolen cash that's readily available to her, and she also has a vehicle to make her getaway. And so my initial concern was, we need to find her before she should do this again.
The revelation of Lois's name leads the investigation towards 911 calls from days before Pamela Hutchinson's body was discovered.
TESS KOSTER is a seasonal resident down here at Fort Myers Beach, but she also spends some of her time up in Minnesota, specifically the city where our suspect Lois Reese is from as well. And so she knew her. She's known her for many years. And prior to us learning about the homicide, she had actually phoned the Lee County Sheriff's Office to say, hey, I had a suspicious incident happen at my house here on Fort Myers Beach.
Lee County Sheriff's Office, how can I help you? Hi, there's an ATV out for a Lois Reese from Blooming Prairie, Minnesota. She just got out of her old white Escalade in front of my house.
I was cleaning my garage that day and had the doors open to the garage, and that white Cadillac Escalade pulled up behind my vehicles. And someone got out in a pink shirt with longer, platinum, almost white hair. And she came around the back of her Cadillac Escalade, and our eyes met, and then I knew that was Lois. And a murder is in my driveway.
There's an easier way to bank and get up to $500 in 5 minutes or less when you download Dave.
Say hello to Litter Robot, the solution to all your litter box problems. Remove the chore of scooping and trap the smell. Goodbye odor. Goodbye scooping. Goodbye litter box. Hello, Litter Robot.
For too long, high-quality diamonds have been too expensive. With 70 years of fine jewelry experience, Ross Simons knows luxury and value. We now offer lab-grown dream diamonds you can actually afford. Discover real brilliance at fabulous prices. Luxury or value? Why choose? Explore the lab of luxury at rosssimons.com.
Ready to party? I'm talking about Jackpot Party, the leading free-to-play mobile slots game that always gives you more. Download Jackpot Party for free and get a 45 million coin bonus. Jackpot Party, a party in every spin.
I need a car.
I really need a car.
So I'm going to check out drivetime.com.
DriveTime makes it super easy to get approved online.
Wait for it.
Crystal is approved.
Approved.
That's me.
DriveTime told me my down payment and my monthly payment before I actually stepped foot inside a dealership. No one tells you that on the website.
They don't haggle with you. You know, this is really on your own terms.
That's pretty affordable. Nice and easy. Drive time. Every home tells a story. These aren't just any scenting products. These are hotel collections, cold air diffusers. From the living room to the bedroom, this is the touch that truly sets it apart. Now available for you at hotelcollection.com.
Attention, parents of premature babies. If your child was born premature and was later diagnosed with necrotizing enterocolitis, or NEC, you may be entitled to significant compensation. Several studies have shown a link between cow's milk-based formula and NEC. If your baby was fed a cow's milk-based formula, such as Similac, Enfamil, Gerber, or even store-branded cow's milk-based formula, and was diagnosed with NEC, don't wait. Call the Victims Justice Group now. Necrotizing enterocolitis is a severe intestinal illness that often requires surgery and can be fatal 50% of the time. NEC can affect any newborn, but babies born prematurely or at low birth weight are more susceptible to NEC. If your child was fed a cow's milk-based formula and was later diagnosed with NEC, you may qualify to file a claim against the formula manufacturer. Our attorneys will fight to get you the compensation you deserve for your pain and suffering. If your child was fed a cow's milk-based formula and was diagnosed with necrotizing enterocolitis or NEC, don't delay. Call our helpline now.
Hey, True Crime Network viewers, we want your feedback. Take our quick survey and tell us which shows you like and dislike so we can make our network even better. Just visit truecrimenetworktv.com/feedback.
Pamela Hutchinson is found murdered by a gunshot wound in a Fort Myers condo after coming into town for a funeral. The investigation reveals a woman who has spent a lot of time with Pamela through her final days. This woman quickly becomes the prime suspect of the case. But when the police discover that this woman is Lois Reese, they learn this may not have been her first murder.
I was cleaning my garage, and she pulled up in her pearl white colored Cadillac Escalade right behind my vehicles. And she got out of the car, and I just noticed a gal with a pink shirt on. Thought it was somebody inquiring about rentals, and so I stepped forward, and that's when our eyes met. I was just in shock. My heart skipped a beat, and she just shook her head and looked down like she didn't want me to see her and said, "Oh, wrong house, and quick got in her Escalade and left. My husband happened to be on the phone with my daughter at that moment. My husband, Rod, says, "Brianna, hang up the phone, you dial the sheriff's department, and we're going to dial 911 down here. Let them know that Lois is in Fort Myers Beach."
Hi, I live in Minnesota. There is a missing person for a warrant out for arrest for possibly killing her husband, and my parents live on Fort Myers Beach down there, and she just drove by their house, and they're freaking out.
Prior to us learning about the homicide, TESS Koster had actually phoned the Lee County Sheriff's Office to say, "Hey, I had a suspicious incident happen at my house here on Fort Myers Beach, and I know that this lady is suspected of killing her husband up in Minnesota," and she was just doing her best to make us aware of it.
Okay, so she has a warrant, is that what you're saying? Yes, for the possible murder of her husband and for sure for embezzling charges.
And now we find that our suspect is involved in another homicide in Minnesota, which makes things very challenging for us because now we have dual homicides that are being worked. We don't know where our suspect is. And while we want everyone's assistance, we got to be careful not to compromise anything or give any facts that could hurt this investigation. And I will tell you, speaking regularly to Minnesota and having the ability to have that confidence in a law enforcement partner that we have not met was invaluable for us to solve this crime.
Further investigation into Lois Reese reveals her actions over the past month in Blooming Prairie, Minnesota.
Blooming Prairie, Minnesota is a small town of about 2,500 people.